Have you ever actually stopped and looked at a New Zealand dollar? I mean, really looked at it. It's not like most money you've handled. It's so vibrant, it's slick, and it feels, well, completely different. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and break down why this currency is considered a total masterpiece of design, security, and even sustainability.
So yeah, the first thing that hits you is the color, right? It's so bold, so bright, and every single note seems to tell its own story. But this isn't just about looking good. Oh no. The vibrant design is actually part of a very deliberate and frankly, very clever national strategy.
The latest series of banknotes is officially called Brighter Money, and it was designed to be, quite literally, a business card for the entire nation. It's a statement of identity. It shows off New Zealand's unique culture, its heritage, and its technological savvy to the whole world. I mean, think about it. It's the very first impression New Zealand makes, right there in your wallet.
Okay, so let's get into it. How in the world do you even begin to design something as important as a nation's currency? Well, it all starts with a very clear and very, very strict blueprint. Every single design choice, from the colors to the font, has to be measured against 6 official requirements. It's got to be secure from counterfeiters, that's a given. It has to be culturally representative and accurate in every detail. Plus, it needs to work in ATMs and vending machines, be easy to manufacture, and, this is a big one, be accessible to everyone.
And this is where the design just comes alive, weaving culture right into the money itself. See, each note features a traditional Maori tukutuku pattern, and each one is loaded with meaning. Take the $5 note with the legendary mountaineer Sir Edmund Hillary. It uses the cow pattern, which symbolizes human strength. How perfect is that? Or the $10 note with suffragist Kate Shepherd, which has the pura wetu, or star seeds, representing the people. It's just this beautiful, intentional fusion of heritage and history.
And here's where that commitment to accessibility really shines. Unlike, say, the US dollar, where every note is the exact same size, each New Zealand banknote has a different length and height. When you combine that with the bold, high-contrast colors and those big, clear numbers, it makes the currency so much easier for people with low vision to use. It's just a brilliant piece of inclusive design.
All right, let's talk about what the money is actually made of. That unique, kind of slick, waxy feel, that comes from the fact that this isn't paper at all. It's a highly engineered plastic called polymer.
And the process to make it is just wild. It starts with these tiny little plastic pellets that get melted down and extruded into a bubble that stretches 5 stories high. I mean, can you picture that? This stretching process is what gives the final film its incredible strength. Then, the clear plastic sheets are sent all the way to a specialized high-security printer in Canada to get all the amazing designs put on them.
So why go through all that high-tech trouble? Well, it pays off big time in one key area: durability. Because it's made of polymer, the average New Zealand banknote lasts about 6 years in circulation. That is a huge leap from the old paper notes, which, would often get worn out in less than a year. Of course, a modern banknote is really only as good as its security. And let me tell you, New Zealand's money is absolutely packed with features designed to stay way ahead of any would-be counterfeiters.
And the best part? The Reserve Bank has boiled it all down to a super simple framework that anyone can use. Feel, look, and tilt. That's it. Those 3 little actions are all you need to know for sure that a note is the real deal.
Okay, first up, feel. If you run your finger over the portraits and the large numbers, you'll feel a distinct raised ink texture. That's because they're printed with immense pressure, and it creates this very specific feeling that's just incredibly difficult for a normal printer to fake. Next, look. Peer into that large, clear window on the note. It's not just a simple piece of plastic. It's this incredibly complex hologram. If you look closely, you'll see a map of New Zealand, a native bird, and even a 3D number that looks like it's floating right inside the note itself.
And finally, tilt. This is where the real magic happens. On the front of the note, you'll see a silhouette of a native bird. It's printed with this special color-shifting ink. When you tilt the note, a bright bar of light just rolls across the bird, and its color changes dramatically. It's a feature called Spark Live, and it's seriously cool.
So, does all this stuff actually work? Oh, you bet it does. The data is pretty clear. For every 1 million genuine banknotes out there in New Zealand, fewer than 4 fakes are ever found. That is an incredibly low number by international standards, and it just proves how effective these defenses really are.
So what happens when one of these super durable notes finally gets too old and worn out? Well, this is where the story takes another really surprising turn. These notes do not end up in a landfill.
The old notes are taken out of circulation, shredded into tiny pieces, and then melted down. The ink is all filtered out, leaving this pure plastic, which is then reformed into small pellets. And what happens to those pellets? They're sold to manufacturers and given a second life as everyday plastic goods, most often as plant pots.
Which leads us to this one, absolutely fantastic final thought. The next time you're wandering through a garden center, maybe take a closer look at those simple plastic pots. Because, you never know, the pot you're holding might literally be made out of money. It's just the perfect circular end to the life of a currency that's truly a masterpiece, from start to finish.